Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. It's Kim with Kim's Inspired Life. And today it's hashtag Embellish With Us Wednesday, hosted by our very sweet friends, our sweet and crafty friends, Marianne at Marianne's Craft Corner and Judith at Gigiscoolcreations. And so every Wednesday they have this open collab and they welcome us to use our stash and to create some embellishments and share them on our channel. And so you can share the process, you can share the finished products, any of that you want to do, and any types of embellishments. I noticed that Marianne has done some beaded embellishments, and Judith has all kinds of fun stuff going on over at her channel, guys. Oh my gosh, these two. So here is what I've made for today. Let me tell you a little bit about them. First, I just want to tell you that I bought these tickets, this stack of tickets right here, minus of course what I've used already. I just bought this on Amazon and it wasn't very expensive, and so you can see that the tickets come in twos like this, or upside down, I know, but and so what I do when I make the embellishments that I've made others, I just tear them in half like this just to make them. And so look at all these just different fun colors. I've watched several channels where they've embellished tickets and they've purchased the tickets that they have available at the Dollar Tree, but and I don't know if I've ever bought those, but you know, these were cheap enough to buy all of these, so, and have all of the colors available. And then, of course, this little fun fabric comes from the Dollar Tree as well. This little snow tool, so I took that out and I used that as well. And then I always love this tool, and anytime I have time, I use my stash just to cut out little banners, and then I just have a little container of them. So I've used that. And then the last thing is this We Are Memory Keepers little tab punch with the little banner and the little tab. I use my stash as well to punch these out, so I have a whole container of these as well. So I just wanted to share some of those things with you. And so first I made this little ticket embellishment. When I first saw someone embellishing a ticket, I thought, okay, well then what do you do? What do you do with it then? And so I've learned since then, you can tear this off and you can just use this like on an ATC, on a Memdex, or you can, you know, if it's a longer piece like this, or even take one of those, you can take these off and you can, you know, use them as an embellishment on a loaded envelope or as a bag topper, whatever. So there's many other fun different uses for them, so they just happen to be on a ticket. So, and I've seen channels where they embellish up the ticket a little bit more. Maybe they ink it up around the edges, or they use their, you know, Posca pens or whatever. What I did was, if you saw a previous video, I had shown I made these little fairies, so I just went ahead and glued her on this little chipboard snowflake piece, and then of course I had to use some stickles all around her. And then here's one of the little pieces that I showed you that I always have cut out, and then I just, you know, did a little stitch of pen around there, glued these two little things on there. And then these little, I guess, clusters, I didn't know what they were called when I was putting them together, but apparently if you just get little pieces of paper and start stacking, and you make little clusters. And so I already had this one made, other than having the little sentiment on there, so I just glued that on there. And then I always have these little banners made, like I said. This really fun die cut right here was sent to me from California Karen. I love this one. And then I just put this little snowflake on here with that little gem. And then I decided to use this, you know, two tickets together. And then I just backed it up with a, you know, piece of scrap paper in the back, and then used the tool right there, and then just put some little foam pieces on there. So that's the first one I did. And then the second one, keeping it, you know, pretty similar, I just die cut these little stars right here and propped them up on some foam tape, and then put that little fairy there. I did the same thing for that, pretty much the same thing here as well. Adding just some stickles to, you know, bling things up here, and then there's the rest of that. And these I just use those stars on the outside. And then I decided to go ahead and pull out some Valentine-y things and pull out just white ticket. I was going to use red, but I thought it might be too much red, so I just used the white. Just used these felt hearts here, and I propped the little fairy up, and I stickled her up a little bit, and then I used just, you know, my scrap paper to do this banner, and used some some fabric rose grain ribbon in the back, and then just put that sentiment on there that I think I pulled out of a pink paisley book or something, and then just use some red you know, bling on there. And then just made this last one here. These are just some embellishments and some stickers and things that I pulled out. This little cupcake embellishment was already made. I had made that already, and it was in my Valentine box. And that's all stuff that you can get, you know, Dollar Tree stuff, and added some bling on here. So yeah, there's that one. And then this little ticket here, similar, using the felt hearts, blinging up that little fairy, blinging up that heart a little bit. And then just adding some Valentine little embellishments on here and some little blingy charms. And then I decided that I wanted to make a couple of bag toppers, because I have these I had about 4 or 5 of these chipboard pieces from Echo Park. And so I decided I was going to make a couple of bag toppers. So I just cut this 4 by 6, and then I used the white tool and glued that on, just with hot glue on the inside. If I had a sewing machine, I might have sewn it. And then before I closed it all up, I put some sequins in here to make it like a shaker bag topper. And then these were all just embellishments that I had in my Valentine box. And you know, who doesn't love winter? Some people do. Not me, but some people love winter. And then just put some little hearts right there. And then the next one I did, I have some of these crepe paper rosettes just already made in a, you know, in a container. So I pulled one of those out. I used this chipboard piece right here. And then I just wanted to draw out the blue. So I took out a couple of these. And then this back is just scrap paper. And then you put a couple sentiments on there. And that's the inside of it. This paper is actually Stampin' Up! Paper. And so made that bag topper. And then the last one I made, just kept it simple, looks like this. Made another bag topper using that same paper. And this die cut, somebody had given that to me. I don't have this die cut, but I think it's really cool. And then this plastic, I love these plastic snowflakes. I think I got them last year at maybe Hobby Lobby. So I just glued that on there with a little gem in the center, and then just popped up this little warm wishes little banner there. So that's it. Those are my embellishments for hashtag Embellish With Us Wednesday. And I will definitely either be using these or using them and gifting them in some happy mail. But I'm just loving this Embellish With Us Wednesday open collab, because it's really just getting me motivated to use my stash, which is what Judith and Marianne wanted us to do and want us to do, is just to see what we have, because we all have so much stuff that we can create with. And so thank you very much for stopping by, guys. Go and follow the hashtag. Go and check out all of the other awesome crafters that are creating embellishments, and get some inspiration. All right, guys, talk to you soon. Bye-bye.